I'm Mandy Gunasekara filling in for Gerard today. We're so glad you've joined us, and we are coming at you live from the Element Wealth studio. If you are thinking about or planning for retirement, do you have a plan? Go to myelementwealth.com or call 601-957-6006 to let Element Wealth help you find your balance between income, growth, and guarantee. Now, I'm very excited to welcome to the show our next guest. We have Danielle Morgan. She is the Executive Director of the Mississippi Tourism Association. Danielle, welcome.
Thank you, Mandy. Thanks so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to get to tout all the great things happening with tourism.
Yeah, well, let's jump into that. I was looking at some information this morning about how important tourism is to Mississippi's economy. Could you just paint that picture a little bit clearer for us?
Absolutely. We actually have some really great data that we've recently gotten. Our partner at Visit Mississippi has shared with us, and that is that visitors actually spent $11.5 billion in Mississippi last year. And that was 43.7 million visitors. So to put that in terms we can all understand, that's $31.6 million a day. So that is a tremendous impact on our economy, and we're always looking to grow that impact.
Yeah, that's big business. And I think, what does that make up? It's the fourth largest industry in Mississippi. That's really amazing. And we're known as the hospitality state. I think that's well known. But what is it? What are the creative approaches that you have to marketing that message, either in state or out of state, to folks to try to capture them and show them why they need to come and be a part of Mississippi's tourism industry?
Absolutely. Well, Visit Mississippi, which is our state agency that promotes tourism, they spearhead our marketing efforts, and they've done an amazing job. Really, we've leaned into our role as the birthplace of America's music. And one exciting thing is we're going to have our inaugural float in the Parade of Roses with the Rose Bowl this year. So we're very excited about that. On New Year's Day, we're going to have B.B. King. It will be his 100th birthday in 2025. And of course, Elvis will be featured on the float. And then we're also going to have some musical acts like Chapel Hart on the float, as well as an Elvis tribute artist. So it's going to be a great time.
What a great and exciting way to capture Mississippi's rich musical history. Not everyone knows that Elvis is, in fact, from Tupelo, Mississippi. A lot of folks know of Memphis and Graceland, but his roots and the influence of Mississippi music on him and his career is hugely important, something we're obviously very proud of. Now, y'all just it's the Governor's Conference on Tourism y'all had earlier in October. Could you tell us a little bit about how that went? What is the purpose of that? What was achieved, and how did it go this year?
Sure, absolutely. So our organization is really tasked with the advocacy and education and promotion of the entire tourism industry in the state. So we put on a couple of educational events each year. Governor's Conference on Tourism is our biggest one, and we have educational seminars. We also do immersive experiences to show what other communities are doing, in this case, Hattiesburg, and inspiring our members to go back to their communities and take what they learned and put it into action. And we also had our award ceremony, which the governor graciously spoke at and also helped us distribute those awards, just highlighting all the really amazing work that's going on in our state. We had 22 award winners this year, so lots to celebrate there. So it's a great conference. Visit Hattiesburg, and the Hattiesburg team did an amazing job. Everyone's saying they don't know how we'll top it, but we're going to be in Vicksburg in 2025, so we're already working on that.
Well, that's more exciting things to come. And then, getting into the Christmas season, the holiday season, what are some of the things that are going to be going on around the state that the Mississippi Tourism Association is involved in and helping support?
Absolutely. We do Christmas really well in the holidays in Mississippi. So I think if there's from the top of the state in DeSoto County, they have their Victorian Dickens Christmas vibes up there. Corinth does an amazing job with their light shows. You've got 50 Nights of Lights in Cleveland and the Delta, all the way down to the coast. The Mississippi Aquarium is going to be having some great events. You should check out there for sure. Really just every corner of the state, whether it's light displays. In Greenwood, they're going to have ice skating this year. So there's really just opportunities to get out and enjoy the state, make a Christmas outing out of it, and of course, stimulate those local economies with your shopping dollars while you're there.
Yeah, that's really exciting. What are some of the events that you're going to be stopping at and personally partaking in that you're looking forward to this Christmas season?
Gosh, well, I will not be ice skating. I can say that. I think I've aged out of ice skating, but I'm certainly excited. I love a Christmas light, so I definitely am planning some outings. I've always wanted to get down to Columbia. They have an incredible Christmas festival down there, so maybe I can make that this year. Of course, Oxford too. They have their Holly Jolly Holidays. Lots going on there as well, which is just up the road for me. So I hope to make some of those this year and celebrate the season.
Well, I hope you can make it up to that as well. I live in Oxford, and all the kids, because the Holly Jolly's been shifted out to M Trade Park, all the kids have seen the building out of the new facilities, and so there's a lot of extra excitement around an event that is always so fun to be a part of. Now, where is this information for folks who want to find new opportunities to engage? Where can you find this information?
Well, our Mississippi Tour Guide is a great resource. You can find it on Visit Mississippi's website, and we have a calendar in the Mississippi Tour Guide that highlights everything happening around the state. That's a great resource, and it's a great way to explore your own backyard. And for any online listeners out of state, we'd be happy to send you a real copy of that as well. So we're actually gearing up now on our 2025 guide. We do produce that for Visit Mississippi. So we're wrapping that up now, and we'll be ready to roll that out in January to celebrate all the wonderful things going on in the state.
Now, do you get people to contribute to the 2025 guide? And if so, if there's businesses or various towns that have something that they would like to be included, how do they go about highlighting that for y'all to consider and putting it in the official tour guide?
Absolutely. Well, we certainly do reach out to our destination partners. You know, we have a lot of rural and small communities in Mississippi, so they may not have a tourism office, but we do certainly try to reach out so we can be inclusive of everyone in the state. But we certainly we think we have a pretty good handle on the pulse of things happening, but I'll tell you, even as a tourism expert, I hear things all the time that I didn't even know existed in our state. So there's a lot to celebrate, and we're certainly excited to do that and share that with everyone who we're asking to come to visit Mississippi.
Yeah, and if you had to define what is the demographic of the folks that tend to come to Mississippi? Where are they from? What are their interests that really brings them to this state and have been a part of this recent growth?
Absolutely. Well, one thing about tourism that's really great is we're a really data-driven industry. Now we have so many data sources where we can see who our visitors are, and that allows us to kind of craft our marketing messages to who we know our visitors are. And so we're really more of a drive state for the most part. We have all the touch states that Mississippi touches are kind of our biggest markets, but we're also seeing that expand a little bit. And that's really great news because we always want to be, we're constantly adding air service into Mississippi, which is also increasing those opportunities for domestic and international visitors. And so there's really always an opportunity, but we've seen a tremendous increase in outdoor. Mississippi is such a beautiful state. We have everything from our coastal resources to our rivers and woods and all of those great natural resources that people love to get outdoors and see. The state's invested in our state parks, which is really tremendously needed because of all of these people who are interested in it. It's like America rediscovered the outdoors during the pandemic. So we're definitely capitalizing on that. Of course, gaming's always a huge draw for visitors to Mississippi, and our rich arts and culture and history definitely are a draw as well.
Well, Danielle, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your time, and we appreciate the work that you're doing to promote our great state, to bring more folks into Mississippi so they can experience, the Civil War history, the Blues Trail map, the Highway map, Freedom Trail map, all the rich cultural and musical history. It's all right here. Y'all do a fantastic job through your partnership of Visit Mississippi. There's more information on visitmississippi.org for our listeners. So thank you for all of that great work, and the economic driver it has ultimately become. That is definitely a testament to your organization and the great work that you do. For our listeners, we've got to take a quick break here on SuperTalk Mississippi, but stay tuned for